Yo, what up? It's JSF, and I know this is kind of older news at this point. We've all seen this, we're all aware. We saw the state of play, saw the hype, the reaction for the new Marvel fighting game. What is it? Marvel Tekken, Marvel Token, I don't know what it's called. But the new Marvel fighting game that just got announced by Arc System Works, Tag Fighter 4v4. This is not a reaction video. I actually saw this game get revealed live while I was out and about on my day. I didn't know this was going to be announced at all. I just kind of caught it and was like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like, probably would have recorded it if I was a content creator. But this game is super interesting for a lot of reasons, and this is going to be the definitive new Marvel game. I'll probably make another video kind of going through like Marvel vs. Capcom, obviously, right? Because the legacy of Marvel with fighting games is Marvel vs. Capcom. We all know that. But I do want to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom. What's the deal? What's going on with that? What the implications for this game are? Because this game existing and just all the facts about this game mean a lot. A lot of shit that people don't understand. A lot of shit that people are not talking about. Like, this game just existing means a lot of things. But I do think this game is huge. It's a big deal, and it looks great. It should play great. There's no reason. The balance is going to be terrible because it's Arxis. But it should be a really fun, really interesting game that we all love. And it was a fucking shock, right? It was a surprise to us that are not like in the FGC Illuminati where you know everything going on with developers and shit. None of us knew this was coming. So this is like a really big thing, a really big deal. And it's refreshing to see a studio that we know can make a game that looks really good, runs really good, plays really good, and them getting an IP that we know and love already doesn't happen often, so it's really, really cool that it does. But we are in the versus fighting game era. Even today, right, the Invincible fighting game, which I might make a video about, got announced, right? We're in the versus fighting game era because there is a void, because there is no Marvel vs. Capcom, right? Which again, I'll get to at some point why there is no Marvel vs. Capcom. But in us not getting Marvel vs. Capcom, we're getting a new Marvel game, a new Marvel experience. And I think Marvel is really smart. PlayStation is funding this game as well, which is why it's not on Xbox. But I think PlayStation and Marvel were really smart with who they chose to make this game. They didn't just pick Arxis because we were like, ooh, Guilty Gear Strive is really cool. We love Strive. Like, that's not why they picked this game. Picked this developer to make this game. It's not even the Strive team that's making, like, specifically, right? It's not the exact Strive team. I'm sure Arxis has their own policies and all that kind of stuff, but it's some of the guys who made Grand Blue that are working on this as well. But the point was, Arxis has the pedigree, they have the artists, they have the style, they have the vision, and Arxis already made a Marvel vs. Capcom game. If you're not familiar, they made Dragon Ball FighterZ, and for the people who never played Dragon Ball FighterZ or who are not that familiar with it, that game is Marvel vs. Capcom. It's 3v3 like Marvel vs. Capcom. The assists and when you kill a character, another character comes in as Marvel vs. Capcom. Even Sparking Blast is just X Factor. It's damn near the exact same mechanic. So it's a little different, obviously, but like the skeleton of Dragon Ball FighterZ is MVC3. It is. So it's like they didn't choose them by accident. So some people are gonna be like, this game is not Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And I'm here to tell you that it is. It's not, obviously, because there's no Capcom. It's Marvel versus Marvel. It's Marvel versus Arxis, right? But this is as close as we're getting to a Marvel versus Capcom. So this is the de facto new Marvel game. It's cool. I think it's interesting. I think it looks great. Has all the potential in the universe. I hope it has an amazing budget. It seems like it does. Based on how it looks, based on the review, based on everything they said about it, it looks like this has a major budget, a ton of backing, and it looks like they're willing to do anything to make this game succeed. And if there's things you don't like about Strive, they definitely learned. If there's things you don't like about Grand Blue, they definitely learned. Things you don't like about Dragon Ball, they definitely learned. But like, if you watch the trailer at all and just pay attention, there's mechanics from Dragon Ball. There's a 2H in this trailer. I don't know if it'll be called 2H in this game, but there's a 2H into a super jump. They don't have super dashes because this isn't Dragon Ball, but this is a 2H into a super jump, and it looks like they have Dragon Ball FighterZ auto combos, but they also have Grand Blue dodge roll, right? I don't know if they have spot dodge. I think when I first saw the trailer, it looked like there was a spot dodge, but there's dodge roll in this game. So it's like, it looks like they're taking the mechanics from all the best mechanics and trying to weave them into the best game from other ArcSys games, which I think is really cool. I think it's really important. I think this game has the potential to be really fucking special. And I'm not just saying that because I like Marvel vs. Capcom and like MVC, but hey man, this is it. This is the new Marvel game. This game has a ton of potential. We all thought 2XKO was going to save the FGC, would be the new fighting game that we all love. 2XKO, this is hilarious. 2XKO was in development for like 7-8 years, right? And it's going to launch with less characters than we saw in this reveal trailer. That is a huge issue. I know 2XKO is free, and I'm not one of the people that say 2XKO is dead, but they need to step it up. Like when you're competing with games like this, you got to step it up. Hunter x Hunter game looks like a PS2 game. I'm sorry. I'm limited in the interest I can have in a game that looks like Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this game looks really cool. Looks really interesting. Definitely check it out. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to be covering it. If news comes out about this game and I'm consistently making videos like I would like to be, I will cover it on this channel. So if you guys like Marvel Tokon, Marvel Tekken, whatever this shit is called, I'm going to call it whatever I feel like. I'm not going to say the name. The name is terrible. Can we talk about that for a second? The name for this game, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. It's a terrible name. I'm aware in Japan, Tokon means something like Fighting Souls or something like that. I don't know. That's cool. It should have just been called Marvel Fighting Souls. Like, it should have been Marvel Fighting Souls. Like, you could have named it anything. You could have put verses in the title. That's the other thing. The devs are leaning into it. In the blog post that came out with the game, they said things like in a versus. They called it a versus game. They said take you for a ride. This game is not being made in a way that they're not acknowledging that it's Marvel vs. Capcom. That's all when people are like, this isn't Marvel vs. Capcom, then I'm like, why are they saying they're going to take us for a ride? Why are they calling it a versus fighter? Why are they talking about the legacy of Marvel in versus fighting? Like, this is Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, I'm sorry. It is. You don't have to like that, but that's what it is. And it's 4v4. Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but this is 4v4. Like, it is that. I know the Capcom characters are not in it. I'm not saying that they're going to be in it, but this is what we're getting in place of Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And there's actually another game that we're most likely, very likely, it's very obvious. I'm shocked that I don't hear people talking about it more, but there's another fighting game that I'm damn near certain that we're gonna get in place of Marvel vs. Capcom, which is probably another reason we're not getting it. Why Marvel was willing to give the rights to a different studio. Granted, Dragon Ball FighterZ is better than, I might get hell for this, Dragon Ball FighterZ is better than Marvel 3 and is better than Marvel Infinite. Marvel Infinite was a failure commercially and critically, right? It was a failure. So Capcom kind of struck out 2 times in a row. And then here comes a little ArcSys. They make Dragon Ball FighterZ, and it's the best Marvel vs. Capcom game that we've had in the past 20 years, right? It's the best Marvel vs. Capcom game since Marvel 2. Marvel 3 still has a competitive life, but casually, it's night and day, bro. It's not Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's just the truth. I'm sorry if people don't like that. That's just the truth. Marvel 3 is not Dragon Ball FighterZ. So they're like, if we can make a successful Marvel game with Dragon Ball characters without Marvel or Capcom, we can definitely do it with Marvel characters without Capcom. Because the brand of Marvel vs. Capcom with the fan base is Marvel. Everybody calls it Marvel. Marvel 1, Marvel 2, Marvel 3. Marvel is Marvel, baby. Like, it's not Marvel vs. Capcom. It's Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's Marvel. So anyway, sorry if I'm ranting a little bit and rambling, but I do think this game is cool. I think it's interesting. I like the decision. I didn't expect this, but I think it's probably the right decision. But yeah, man, we got Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to make another video about Marvel vs. Capcom and the implications of this game, which I think is super interesting. But hey, man, new Marvel game just dropped, bro. Be hype. It's what a time to be alive, bro. You never thought we'd see it, but we should be happy that we got this. We're in the right timeline, I promise. We're in the right timeline.